We're live.
That's pretty classy.
No, it's not.
The mic has a smell. Like a new mic smell.
Hello, Spencer's Ventures. I hope I didn't peek the mic when I did that.
Hello and welcome.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I might have peeked the mic.
As I was messing with the mic, I took a deep breath in when I was right up on it, and there's this new mic smell. I'm not sure exactly what that smells like, but...
Stop.
Anyway,
stop.
That's what we were talking about.
Jeez, man.
When he made us go live,
to
he
this.
doesn't like me right now.
I can't listen to this.
He's dumb, though.
What's in your cup? We haven't done that in a while.
Okay, well, hello and welcome everyone to the Spencer's Ventures podcast. I am Jen. This is my son, Dan.
What a cold open.
And that's actually cold, right? I've got coffee in my cup as I usually do, and Dan now has spit in his cup.
Upstairs?
I don't know.
That concerns me.
I think she doesn't like it when we start the
No,
podcast.
that has nothing to do with it. She normally comes up because she gets excited. Oh, I got the notification that we're live.
Oh,
I was
okay,
wondering why my
awesome.
phone went off.
Okay, so
Kind
that
of.
is official, and this is the podcast where we talk about whatever the heck we feel like it. And before we get
starting,
before
make it
we
a
get
show.
before we get started on the topic,
Yes. Wait, I didn't even get to say what's my cup.
Well,
you
go ahead.
bastard.
Well, I said spit was in your cup.
That doesn't answer. Yes, I filled half of this cup with spit. You sick freak.
Okay, come on. What's in your cup?
Boost
Slushy.
Yeah, take a
It
boost.
is a slushy. So anyway, a couple things. First of all, we have new microphones. Hopefully this improves the experience.
It should.
It should.
Occasionally you'll see me do this little number.
Yeah.
And that's just in trying to prevent any echo that may or may not occur. I don't think it will, but just on the off chance.
Right.
I want to mitigate as much as I can.
Occasionally one of us may mute a mic to make the other whatever. It doesn't matter. Yes. So, so we have new mics, hoping that improves your experience and ours actually.
I cannot wait till we get a second camera and we can like sit across from the table.
I know. I would like that too.
It'll really
I'm just
mitigate.
not. I don't know how to do that. I'm
I know
leaning
how to
on
do
you.
that.
Okay, I'm leaning on
I
you
just
for that.
need the cameras.
Right.
Because that's the one thing. I know we're getting behind the scenes now. We can't just get one camera and then use that because that would look horrible.
Right. So we would have to use two.
Get two of the same camera and then Anyway.
Right. Okay. So anyway,
Sorry.
Exciting news for the channel. Really exciting news, actually. We hit 400 subscribers. I believe it was yesterday.
400 subscribers.
400. So I want to say welcome to all of the new subscribers. We have
a
lot
genuine thank you.
Yeah, in the past like 6 months, there's so many of you. So I went to look up to get some names and stuff. It looks like only 100 or so. He's dropping stuff. About 100 of you, I can see your names, your channel names, and the rest of you, I can't. So, once in a while, we're going to shout out subscribers. And if I don't shout you out, it's because I can't see your name. So
yeah, and the way you can mitigate that, because to be fair, I'm pretty sure it's on by default. So a lot of people probably don't. Yeah, a lot of people probably don't realize if you go into your privacy settings on YouTube, there's a button that's like, don't let people see my subscriptions.
It says, yes, keep my subscriptions private or something.
That also prevents people seeing who subscribed to them, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's not a separate button. So if you do want to, have us be able to thank you, make sure you do that.
Right.
Which kind of goes into another thing we're about to bring up pretty nicely.
Yeah, but I do want to give a specific shout out to, because I don't think that we have been live since, to AB Haunts. Okay.
Oh, we mentioned it in a video, maybe. That's what it was.
That's a possibility, but AB Haunts.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for doing what you do. For those of you that don't know, in case we did not mention it last time, he asked to use our video to do a Scream Break review. And of course, we graciously said, of course, you can use it, and he definitely gave us, the credit, because I said, as long as we get credit for the video, that's fine. So he gave us all the credit in the world. It was fantastic. And one of our new subscribers, we love you dearly.
Yeah, and of course we didn't know it was going to be a little kid, but he's got some voice acting abilities.
Like preteen, I'm going to guess. I mean, I didn't ask his age,
no clue.
But
we have no clue.
Really good and really cool stuff over on that channel. So go check out his channel, AB Haunt.
Really cool guy. So, go subscribe to him. But anyway, back to what I was originally trying to segue into. So yeah, make sure that you have your subscriptions public, because we are planning a giveaway for 1,000 subs. Once we hit 1,000 subs, we're going to give away a few Amazon gift cards, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Amount and how many are still to be determined.
We have a pretty good idea. We're still fiddling with it.
But let's try to hit that 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That would be amazing, and it would be a cool Christmas gift for some of you.
Yeah.
Also,
I didn't even think about that. If we hit 1,000 before the end of the year, you guys have a chance to get those Amazon gift cards early.
Right, absolutely.
That'd be nice.
Also, I want to shout out to another new subscriber, Music of the Thrills. You have commented on so much, like you're just so many comments on our Keep Trash Change videos. Thank you so much. Thank you for the input too. Like, that was a lot of fun to read those and respond to some of those.
Yeah, it's really cool to see how people were playing along with us.
I like that. That was super cool.
And like, just in general, thanks to everyone who's been commenting recently. Like, we've been getting a lot of comments recently.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's really nice.
And one of our longtime subscribers, I feel I would be remiss if I did not shout out to Michael Raphael. You know who you are.
Yep.
And thank you so much for being here with us since pretty much the beginning. We appreciate you. Yes, and Jenn as well, for sure. Very loyal subscriber and watcher, and from close to the beginning of as well. And one more shout out, even though I haven't seen him around in a while. Clown with the Knife.
Remember, he changed his name.
Yeah,
he's not Clown with the Knife anymore.
But I believe he changed it back. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Okay.
But when I was looking at the subscriptions, that's what popped up, and I don't know if the name changes when the name. So I believe his original name was Metfan.
Yeah, that was his changed the name.
Yeah.
The name does change, but the @ doesn't.
Okay, I got you.
So it depends on what happens.
So, we just, all that being said, we just appreciate our subscribers so much. We love interacting with you. So please keep that up. Interact with, especially, when you come to the live show. Maybe you don't have anything to add, but just say hey.
Yeah.
We'll be sure to shout you out.
Okay.
Like we always do. So Dan, what is our topic?
And with all the thanks that have been happening in the past 5 minutes, one more has to go out to the Ethernet cable, because this is the most stable connection we've had in any podcast we've ever done. It has not dropped under like 6140.
Yeah.
That's insane. Anyway, sorry.
Should we give a special shout out to... Okay, I just wanted to make sure before I said this.
To confirm. That sounded so suspicious.
Well, because we did so many shout outs already.
As if people couldn't read our lips.
Well, maybe they can, maybe they can't. But we did so many shout outs, I didn't know if I should add this one last one, but we got a shout out to Darius, also a newer subscriber. We actually met with him over the weekend, and
he wanted to shoot some tips our way.
Yeah. So we were chit-chatting about YouTube stuff, and
it was just a great conversation.
It was a fantastic conversation.
Love that guy.
And it was so encouraging. And I had no idea that by us gaining momentum on our channel, that it was encouraging him to start his channel back up.
Hey man, there's a lot of stuff like that with YouTubers in general, but
yeah. So anyway, it was great. It was great talking to you. Really enjoyed that. And hey, maybe we'll get together and chit chat right. YouTube stuff again.
Now that
sometime.
we've rambled for 10 minutes.
Yes. Okay. So that was way too long.
We are actually way too deep into the podcast.
We are way too deep. So okay. If you're still watching, we've got a cool subject. Go ahead.
So yeah, I kind of pitched this one in a way. We threw this one back and forth quite a bit.
We've been throwing it around for a while, yeah.
I think the way I'd like to do this from now on, and again, a minor behind the scenes, is every other week you pick a topic, I pick a topic, you pick a topic, I pick a topic.
Okay. Okay.
So I'll do next week's because you get most of the credit for this one for sure.
Well, yeah, I wanted this to be a keep trash change situation, and Dan was like, "No, that should just be a podcast topic."
Yeah,
so I don't know if
broad. It was hard.
It is very broad. It is very broad, and I think that we could have done it.
We gotta stop being so damn mysterious.
Okay. Anyway,
we want to do a reimagining of the park. If you have not read the title.
Right.
There you go. I will be, whether she likes it or not, I will be changing the title format soon so that you guys can see the episode name and then the series name.
I don't like that.
Well, look, the podcast is getting overtaken now.
Podcast. Yeah.
You know what? that little melody I was working on?
Yeah.
I could probably work that into as like a theme song for this, like a cold
That would
open.
be good.
I could probably work something with it. Anyway, I still got to work
Well, we could open, then you could do it, and then we could go into our topic.
Anyway, I can't.
We got to go into the topic. Got to go into the topic.
We keep rabbit holing.
Reimagining Six Flags Great Adventure. Basically, if money is no object.
Yes, this is not Six Flags as a whole. This is our park.
Right. We just want to redesign the whole park. Some things some things will be kept, some things will be
This is something
whatever.
I need to know right now.
Okay.
Are we going to You know what? I'll open the topic this way. How do you feel about changing the brand imagery around the park? Because that's something we've never talked about in general.
I think it's fine. That's something that just
okay. But for example, the main archway logo got added. That's kind of the type of thing I'm talking about. Like adding more brand imagery around, or shifting where it's at. Maybe adding some saturation. Adding party-ish vibes.
I'm fine with it the way it is.
Okay.
I'm fine with it the way it is.
Because to me, in a perfect world, for my perfect theme park in a Six Flags way, and I know this is super throwback and whatever, I would love for the brand imagery to go neon, like super fluorescent, super bright, super saturated, and like, oh god, what decade was that? That was like
early 90s.
Was it early 90s where like you couldn't go down past a diner that just wasn't coated in neon lights for no reason?
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're talking neon lighting, then that would have been way earlier.
I kind of want like that vibe without it being necessarily lit. If that makes sense.
Okay.
But I would love to like change that aspect of it and like make the whole park kind of, I don't know, more nightlife-y almost.
Okay. So my reimagining
nightlife theme park.
I don't think so.
That could be a good hole in the market to attack.
My reimagining. I've been thinking about this in pieces, like in sections. So I'm going to start my reimagining in probably one of the easiest places, I think. So
I know where this is going.
The Golden Kingdom.
Oh, that is not where I thought this was going.
So the Golden Kingdom, and I wish that we had had a map here that we could show.
You gotta prep more for these.
But yeah, but for those of you that know the park pretty well, you know, you've been there. You guys have been there because you watch us. So the Golden Kingdom,
not necessarily.
There is an archway to the Golden Kingdom over by Twister. So
Yes.
that pathway that goes all the way back to King Ka.
Yep.
The Golden Kingdom area also encompasses Wild Walkway, and
Yep.
that goes through to where you head to. It kind of comes out
Toro.
where you would head to El Toro or into Frontier Adventures.
At that fork, yeah.
Yeah. That, and so if you stay right at that area, that is also Golden Kingdom. So by flags and attitudes, there is an archway that says Golden Kingdom.
In all fairness, that's only based off the map. I don't think any guest actually considers it.
Yeah, but there
that,
is an
obviously.
archway there that says it.
No, I know.
physically.
Like
So this is why-
officially, that's what it is.
Right. So
I'm just clarifying for them.
So what I'm saying is, you take from that archway that starts at Flags and Attitudes, the two stores there. You take from that archway, ditch that archway, put that archway, or don't even put that archway anywhere. It doesn't need to be, because you have Wild Walkway, which you could actually maybe put that archway
You know what?
just before that. But anyway, that whole area there with there's some food there, there's the Wicked Saloon, that should be, because that looks very Western, and I feel like that belongs to Frontier Adventures, whereas because the theming there does not go with Golden Kingdom. Golden Kingdom is more Indian, Asian influences.
I'm actually going to disagree with you on this one. Because now that you
So that's one thing. That's one thing that I would
you would
change
do. Now
right
that,
there.
Now that you've brought it up in that light, I would actually say screw the Western theme and all that, and make from basically King Ka over to Safari, make all of that like Wild Walkway-esque. The one that'd be so much more lively, and two, that actually just makes sense.
So you would call that all Golden Kingdom?
And redo all the theming to be that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand that.
Runway Mine Train, Safari, King Ka, Wild Walkway all already fit that theming better than they do a Western.
Okay.
Especially Safari. You can
but
argue Mine
Safari.
Train.
Yeah, but Safari right now is still drive through yourself,
Right,
unless
but
you're paying the upcharge.
But it's still there. That station is still there. It is, and people want them to reopen it.
However,
I would not pay past them to do so.
But I like the idea of having a Western themed area, and I
don't think it's necessary, especially because they don't bring out like Yosemite Sam.
Right, exactly. They need to have him over in that area.
Yeah,
100%. They need. Let's put it this way.
They need more characters in
that
general.
area, yes, but that area needs a hug. It needs a very large hug over there.
Oh my God, I am going to lose my mind if I hear that sentence one more time.
It needs a freaking hug. I'm telling you.
I am going to slash.
You guys like it when I say something needs a hug, don't you? Because you know what I mean.
I'm going to slash somebody's tires.
Okay, but listen. The other issue with that area. First of all, I cry for Best of the West because I think it's probably closed forever. But the building, the nostalgia for me, like you have to
sure. I have nostalgia for Checkers, and they're closed.
Understand that I'm 54 and I was in this park, when it opened,
I get that.
And what an amazing little building that is.
I'm going to fix your mic after this because I just realized I didn't screw this all the way.
What do you mean?
This is off. This I didn't screw in to the base all the way.
Oh, okay.
I'll deal with it later.
No worries.
It's too much of an adjustment.
So anyway, yeah, but I had unscrewed it too.
No. I'm saying like the whole base.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I love Best of the West. The building is amazing. I think it's gone as a restaurant. I don't think they're opening it. I think it's gone.
What do you think as like a general? What is one thing you could add to the park as a whole that would be like your number one, this would help. This would bring me back every day if they did this one thing. I mean, obviously, it doesn't come down to that one thing, but I'm trying to get to the top of the list.
Wow.
Because I know what it is for me, I think.
Wow.
Is it better food? Is it lower prices?
I think it's I think it's up your food game.
More characters? Is it?
I think it's up your food game. I think that could be because that's severely lacking.
Is it smoothing out rides with that?
The choices for food, I think, are pretty good. I think there's a lot of choices. I also think we have our lighting a little off, but anyway. Sorry.
But, I know I've been doing it this episode, but we can't.
I know. But so I think that because I'm just seeing a shadow here, and it's kind of making me cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
There. That's what I can do for you.
Yeah. So I think that the amount of choices that they have are actually pretty good. It's just that most of the food...
I want more Mexican, but that's just me.
Most of the food really sucks. So, I don't know, would the food quality bring me in all the time? Not necessarily.
Right.
I mean, what would bring me in all the time? I'm going to say, now that I'm really thinking about it...
That's what I want to get to. The chunk, the meat.
Entertainment.
Okay.
Entertainment.
Okay.
Decent festivals.
Okay.
So the one festival they have coming up, the Flavors of the World.
Mm-hmm.
So in their event page, it was supposed to start on June 3rd. Well, obviously. I went to it today, and now it says like June 17th or something. But then when you go in the app, it says June 3rd, and then it says below it June 17th. And then when you go further down, it says, the 16th. Make up your freaking minds. Because guess what? The vloggers need to know when you're actually doing this event so we can show up on opening day.
Take vloggers out of it for a minute.
I'm only worried about myself. No.
To be fair, that I completely would understand that.
Trying to plan out my weeks here.
In this scenario... No one's going to show up to it because no one knows when the hell it's going to happen, and then you're going to consider it a failure because there wasn't enough interest. Well, it wasn't that there wasn't enough interest; it's that you don't know how to market.
Right.
You don't know how to market. They really need to get their marketing figured the hell out. The last time I saw one of their ads, which wasn't that long ago, it was only a couple seasons ago, it looked like it was from the 70s. Like, it was a horrible ad. It is a horrible ad. It honestly, it reminded me in a weird way of like the first ever Six Flags ad I had seen.
Do you know what everybody exactly? And everybody says they want Mr. Sixpack. And you know what? I kind of
doesn't want Mr. Sixpack.
And I kind of agree. Bring him back. Let him do his little dance.
But you have to modernize it a little bit.
No, I think you could leave it just the same.
Stop. You be real for a minute.
I will fall off the couch laughing at that one.
You're not their target audience. Because yes, you might go and you might drag you might drag your kids along against their will. That's fine. By the way, she doesn't do that just in case this gets taken out of context for future.
Right.
But no, their target audience are the people that are like, 10, because then they can get their parents to go. Like, you get the little kids because guess what? They're your future clientele. Right. So you gotta get them while they're young.
Okay, so let's jump back. So like I said, like entertainment, have some decent festivals, and for God's sakes, pick a date and stick with it. Like, I understand sometimes you have to change something, and I'm sure that they will tweet out, they will put on their social media when it's happening and all that. It's a whole other
thing if you're like, guys, listen, I'm sorry we have to delay this. That's another story entirely. I can understand that once If you do that like every event,
and
that's
there
another
will
problem.
be will be fireworks also.
Supposedly.
Well, they sort of have a schedule out for that.
Everything is alleged with Six Flags.
Right,
Like,
right.
Don't.
That's true. That's true.
Don't get your hopes
But
up.
it does look like they're going to have.
Are they gonna do wishes? I heard Disney let it go, so they have
wishes.
Let your wishes come true.
Oh,
I loved Wishes.
I miss Wishes.
I love Wishes so much. Anyway,
thanks for bringing the show down, Dan.
Anyway, we're talking about Six Flags,
and we're supposed to be, letting that go.
But no, what's it called?
There are just some things that you're too butthurt about.
Wow, that was not a phrase I ever wanted to hear from you.
Anyway, so so they're going to be doing fireworks on a semi-regular basis. They're going to be doing fireworks on a semi-regular basis this summer, which I think is...
I'm a child.
I think that shut up, I hate you.
Oh, no,
Dan, let it go.
No, but what did you say?
That's some things you're just butthurt over.
Yeah, anyway, so I was...
Shut up, man.
Anal joke.
Anyway.
Insert joke there.
He loves things like that. So... He is a 12-year-old child. That is the problem here. He's a 12-year-old.
You can't. No, that's not even on me. You just timed that horribly.
Okay, whatever.
Insert anal joke here. He loves things like that, like the way you said it and everything. Oh,
okay,
I'm clipping that.
Anyway,
I'm clipping that for a short.
So, I think it's great that fireworks are coming back. I think that is a start to bringing back, giving us a show. To me, that is a show. That is something that will make me go out.
Yeah.
I think. What do you think about?
I personally
the arena over there in Frontier Adventures. What should they do with that?
Concerts, damn you!
They used to have them all the time.
No, you know what?
I saw the Beach Boys there.
I take everything back that I just said about concerts there. I want to go back to the thing where I said make all of that Golden Kingdom.
Okay.
Re-theme everything. Do it properly. And fun fact, if you make it all Golden Kingdom, you can still leave El Toro as El Toro. You can make it like... You can make that section like the Mexican portion of Golden Kingdom.
Oh, okay. You would. Oh.
You can like make it Aztecian and like that type deal. You can blend that really well if you know what the hell you're doing. But and then with the retheming of that arena, because I've become overrun and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you put on like stunt shows and all that, and then the stunt arena on the other end of the park in Movie Town or whatever it's called, you retheme all that BS to be something, and that's where you put on concerts. You keep it similar to Movie Town. Not Cinema Town, but like something similar.
Well, here's the thing with that. Like, okay, first of all, let me talk about that arena for a second. It's right now, as of right now, it's being wasted. I know that they have some events where they have large groups come and some music. They have, I don't even remember who it is that goes, and they all go over there and they do whatever. I don't know. But it used to be where like there was always a concert. Like I said, I saw the Beach Boys there. It was amazing. It was fun. But here's something that you can do. If you're not going to tear it down and put some attractions in there, then how about, especially since there's usually no concerts or anything over there in the fall, it's not being used anyway. How about if you put a couple mazes up in there? There is so much space in there on those grounds. You could easily put like 2 mazes in there. Okay, so you might have to break them down every year. Whoop-de-doo.
You know what, though? Like, I just personally... You know what the number one thing that would get me back in the park would be? Since you got to do yours and I never got mine. I'm going to be kind of general about this, so it might be cheating, but inject some form of life back into that park.
Mm.
Like, that's really what it is. It just needs life.
Well, and it would be great
now,
if...
personally, I always go to characters, but now that I think about it, the show idea is like pretty close for me as well.
Yeah.
But definitely need characters.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Just give it life. Like, could you imagine you walked into that park and you knew there's a chance that there'd be a random concert going on? There'd be Batman walking down Main
well,
Street.
see, now they definitely need face characters back. Look, I know that it's difficult to it's difficult to keep employees. It's difficult to get employees.
You want to know how you keep employees?
You need to freaking do it.
You know how you keep employees? You give them a good deal, essentially.
Yeah, and the other point that I want to make real quick. In all fairness,
I should speak out because I just said that, and I have worked there, and I actually think it's a good ride. Like, it's a fun time there to work there. You're not getting completely screwed on pay or anything, and the discount is insane. Granted, it's a theme park, so
right.
So the discount makes it reasonable to purchase anything.
Well, and a point that I want to...
That's more than I can say for, like, Funplex.
Right. A point that I want to bring up is that this is their largest theme park.
Yeah.
Dump some freaking money into it.
Yeah.
I have seen videos of other Six Flags parks and their festivals and stuff, like just Fright Fest, for example. I've seen videos from other parks, Fright Fests, and wow, they have a ton of scare actors. Like just in the scare zones, like they have, man, they're doing it in these other parks. Why can't we do it in New Jersey? For God's sakes, people.
Do you know what would, like, you want to know how you make that park, like, insanely successful overnight in this scenario? You do, like, a soft relaunch. You shut down for an entire season. And then you redo everything. You repaint every coaster. You retheme one or two of them. You replace one of them. You do the whole nine. I said, really inject, right. Like, give the park a facelift. Really inject some life into it.
A huge facelift.
Really inject some life into there, and then as soon as it's about ready to launch, and not in the maybe even 2 seasons, because I'm suggesting a lot here. You don't just relaunch and go, oh, we're gonna have these things. No, you full relaunch. You go, we're gonna have concerts on the weekends through these weeks or whatever. We're going to have Cinco de Mayo. We're going to have barbecue and bras. You come down in your bathing suit. We're going to have a bathing suit contest or whatever. Like, you do the whole nine, whatever you're going to do. And then you put out an ad. And I know this is going to sound insane, but you use something other than an iPhone 4 for the camera. Because your camera work, and I don't know who you get to do your marketing, it's not good. I hate to tell you this. I've never seen a Six Flags ad that's not just like, and then like, come on down to Six Flags Great Adventure. Wow. And then a couple bold font words. Well, it makes me want to shoot myself.
But that's what it is.
No, like there's a way.
Okay, so you would change their marketing. I think everybody would change their marketing.
Like you know what would be a really good commercial?
Mm-hmm.
You have a kid sitting on the couch. It pans in and goes, "Hey, mom, look! There's a thing on the TV or whatever." And it's that original.
Right, we're not making a commercial.
It's that original ad. But this is part of the reimagining. And it's that original ad with Mr. Six.
Well, that would be kind of funny.
And then he jumps through the TV, and it brings it. It's a symbolism of coming into the new era.
Okay, well, I mean that's kind of cool, but so you're saying, see, I would not shut down the park. I
don't think you can do what you need to do without shutting down the park.
I think if they got off their behinds and just did something during the off season when we had absolutely no snow. I mean, come on now. Anyway,
it is a lot, like, admittedly.
So here's the thing. I want to know. So I would definitely. I mean, that Frontier Adventures, it needs help. Okay, it needs some help. It needs a lot of paint. It needs some hugging.
Shoot.
And so I told you what I would do with that area. The boardwalk area, I would leave essentially alone, except like I had said in Keep Trash Change, Green Lantern would go, and I would put 1 or 2 other rides there. So I think the park needs, here's what I think the park is missing. Another dark ride of some sort. Possibly 2, depending, just sort of depending. So let's say up to 2 new dark rides. I think that it's also missing, for sure, one of those flyer rides. That looks super cool. It's a great little flat ride. And I thought there was something else that I thought the park was missing. Honestly, especially now that Parachutes, yes, face characters. But now that Parachutes is going to be taken down, you need another drop tower. You have Zumanjaro, which is like the real fast drop tower. I wouldn't mind seeing a drop tower that drops you part way and then you go back up and then you come back down and, kind of a little back and forth.
A yo-yo.
Maybe you turn around a little bit. But yeah, I think it needs those things. And it definitely needs entertainment. I mean, it looks like with the festivals coming this year that they are trying to do some entertainment, like live entertainment, which is very cool.
Do you think that during the summer they could get away with a because what time do they close during the summer right now? It's like 7 or 8, something like that. It's early,
once the summer hits, I think it might be 8 or 9.
Okay.
Or something like that. I think they're starting to push the envelope with staying open a little later. I think that's happening.
Wouldn't it be cool if not only just staying open later, after 7 or 8, 7:30?
Back in the day, they used to be open till midnight.
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
What if they stayed open till 1 a.m. and around 7:30? The sun starts coming down, all the lights get turned on and becomes nightlife. What if it is that
and I think
the faceplate and then you have the underbelly type.
Well, and I think that would be
Fright Fest.
Well, that would be kind of cool
without doing Fright Fest themes. You freaking crutch.
Yes, yeah, I love that though. But,
no, it's stupid.
Another thing that they need, and I know that I said this in Trash Keep Change.
Oh, God.
Do something with the big wheel, please. Please. I beg you, I beg you, I beg you. I guess we can break here to read this comment.
What? Man, you gotta learn pacing. Just go, yeah. So I think Six Flags could use an entirely new themed area, maybe. There was an entire area, entire space by King Dakar
that's been abandoned for years.
Yeah.
So change that area a little bit. It's a small area, but still, yeah. That was a that's JJ doing that. That
Well, no, it's
that was
not. How's that?
That's JJ.
Oh,
that's JJ.
Whatever.
John doesn't know anything about Are you kidding me? That's JJ.
Why would he know that there used to be something over there?
Because he knows.
Anyway, I don't care.
Yeah, there used to be a little splash area, playground type area. And so you do have that, but then back behind there are the 2 mazes that are left up all year.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I just think that regardless,
they still have space though. Even beyond that,
I want to see specifically Grave Entry because I don't know what the other parks do.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see them stop using Fright Fest as a crutch because that's all it is.
That's their moneymaker.
There are don't do Scream Break. Don't.
Oh, see, I thought that was fantastic.
Yeah, because you're a dumbass. There are other.
I freaking love it.
There are other ways of handling that.
Okay. So that's your opinion, and that's fine. What else do we need?
You should want more. That's
See, I also think that Movie Town. So you've got 2 sections over. I know that we're jumping all over the place, but anyway,
that's fine.
Movie Town and Metropolis,
let's jump.
and they're like right next to each other. One goes into the other. I think the entire area should be called one thing, like because it horseshoes around, and it's all just make it like DC Adventure or DC Land.
One thing too.
Yeah, it's like don't call it Movie Town, damn it. You have in Movie Town, what is in Movie Town? 2 Batman rides. Stop it.
Well, they are both supposed to be like off the the Batman movies. That's why one is Dark Knight and the other one is The Batman.
Well, it's Batman the Ride.
Oh yeah, Batman the Ride or whatever.
It's just I don't know. It irks me. It's not that big of a deal, really.
No, I agree with you for what it's worth. I want to see that rethemed. I just don't know how because I do like the concept. But if you're not gonna change the rides, I really think that's almost a. Come on, man.
I need some air.
Oh well, I really think that's almost a bigger point is like you retheme it slightly and then drastically change the rides that are there. Don't call it DC Land. Don't call it Movie Town necessarily. There's got to be something that feels right. See, here's the thing. You have a bunch of people that just don't give a damn right now.
Yeah.
And you have to have passion at the very least for design.
I've got another one. So when I'm looking on the map, right? The area over by Nitro says
oh wow. That came out of nowhere.
Nitro and Jersey Devil and all that.
Yeah.
It says Pine Barrens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's new, right?
So Jersey Devil we know is the Pine Barrens because there's a sign out front. It says "Welcome to the Pine Barrens."
Yeah.
Okay, we know the Jersey Devil story.
Nitro retroactively got shoved in there.
Nitro is either all by itself or it does part of the Pine Barrens.
No, I'm okay with that being part of the Pine Barrens as Nitro because you can make the excuse of it pushed itself into the Pine Barrens. It's like because like especially that back half of the coaster that goes like over
it goes in the trees
right.
And it's beautiful.
So you can make the excuse,
but it's like what's the story there?
It's not. You don't need a story.
And Congo Rapids, change the freaking name. I mean, I say don't make it get rid of the River Rapid ride altogether.
Leave River Rapids.
Yeah, but it cannot be called. It cannot be called Congo Rapids anymore. You have to get rid of it. The Congo is in Africa, not in the Pine Barrens.
Well,
retheme it.
Yeah. No, I can give you that.
Retheme it. Go back to Roaring Rapids. What's wrong with that?
Well,
the Delaware's got a few rapids, doesn't it?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I think you're...
Actually, it does. I've been on the Delaware. Yeah. It's got a few.
Okay.
I've been tubing on the Delaware.
I'm going to throw myself off a bridge.
But yeah, you got to change the name of that. That just sucks. So that's one of the. So that's definitely another change that I would
really
make.
What they need to do in general is just know what the hell people want, and I think everyone that currently does marketing and does retheme or like is in charge of theming and stuff, I think they're just out of touch. And clearly, what has happened, and you know what? I think this is.
Did you know that Nitro is being repainted?
Yeah.
In fact, the exit is already...
We've talked about this.
The exit's already done. Yeah. It's blue and gray, and it looks very pretty.
I love that color scheme.
I like it a lot.
You know what I've realized? This all started as, like, one little thing went wrong, and it's just snowballed horrendously. So Movie Town made a ton of sense to be Movie Town when the stunt show was still over there.
Yes.
That made sense.
Yes.
When there were at one point, I believe, more shows over in the theater, it made sense. But what has happened is, obviously, they took that away. It's like, okay, well, I guess there's still movie-themed rides. And then they put in this. And then they put in that. But they didn't re-theme the other rides to go with that or theme those rides appropriately. And so now you have Metropolis next to Movie Town instead of just Movie Town. Then you go over to, what's it called? Oh, wow, why can't I... Oh my God, I'm pulling a blank.
What, the boardwalk?
No.
What are you talking about? I don't know where your thoughts are, so...
Oh, Jersey Devil. We were just talking about
Pine Barrens.
Thank you. Yeah, you go over there, and that area made sense because there's all kiddie area, and there's something for the adults. Like, that kind of makes sense because you want, the kids to be able to do something while their parents are gone for a second, right? And what winds up happening is, now that you've put Jersey Devil there, no one had the thought of, oh, what about Congo? What about Nitro? What about and there's so many areas around the park that you can So it just keeps going because no one's using foresight here at all.
Right.
Okay.
What else? So I mean, okay,
For me,
we haven't been out to the park, but I have seen some pictures, and next time we go, we'll be sure to vlog them. But there are some changes, like the paint at Nitro's exit, like more decorative type stuff. I saw somebody filmed a little bit of the garden, and it's really blooming over there now. Like so that's going to change naturally on its own, which is very nice. So I like some of that stuff that they're doing to make it look appealing. But I think, so like keep that. That's all good stuff. Like you put out more seating, you put the Adirondack chairs out. There are things that you're doing to make it feel a little more comfortable, I want to say. But the areas that are being neglected are so many that it's like it's almost overriding some of the cool things that are happening. I believe that it will get better, but I really feel like more work needs to be done in the off season. It just I don't know what
That's enough though. It is 3 months, and there is so much you have to overturn. Like that doesn't.
Well, and I know right now. Okay, so I know
what they need to do is just stop.
Well, I know
they just need to stop.
Well, I know, okay, like they've had huge problems with El Toro, and I think that has been the bulk of their focus.
No, because they can do that during the season.
Yeah, but another thing is that, and this is probably now this is just from somebody from the outside looking in. I don't have any insider info, anything like that. But I think that they have a severe employment problem there. It's severe.
It does.
It really is severe. And you don't have enough people working. You don't have, because obviously you've got one entire area of the park completely shut down until Memorial Day, which is next weekend. Whatever, it's fine. No. But just Fright Fest alone. Fright Fest a few years ago, maybe before the pandemic, maybe even prior to that. I want to say, I don't know. I could be wrong about this, but let's just take Fright Fest as an example of this. There are never enough ghouls walking around. Never enough. I feel like it used to be a little bit more. Now there are some areas that are like saturated, or it feels like they're saturated with ghouls, and then other areas where you're going, where is everybody? the mazes are never saturated with enough ghouls, except every now and again. It is definitely the exception, not the rule. You guys have employment problems.
I can definitely say that, like, so from a ride op perspective, for one, there's a weird, and I know from experience it got really bad this year. One of my friends started.
I'm sorry, I keep hitting the mic.
One of my friends started working there, and literally, like, not even his first day, he was just going to wardrobe to, like, get his outfit, to get his uniform, I should say, and they looked at him like, your first year? And he's like, yeah. They're like, good luck. And it's like every time he's walked in there, like, his first week, that's the exact sentiment he kept getting. Like, you sure you want to work here? And
wow.
I've never seen that before.
Wow.
When I worked there were definitely people that were, like, not cut out for it, but that was not the sentiment at all, which is really shocking. Like, that tells me something has definitely changed.
Well, they have lost a lot of people who used to work there for many, many years. You know, last year there were some people let go and some people quit, and you know, I think it sounds like morale just sucks, and not for nothing, but you can tell when you're in the park. Now, I have run into some employees there that have been incredible this year, just so sweet, so helpful, so nice.
Now,
for the most part, but there have been years where I'm running into kids, and yes, they are kids, that are just like, you know, not feeling it. Like, there's zero morale. Now, but this year, I do have to say,
the training videos were hilarious.
I mean, I've seen some amazing employees there this year. It's been pretty good. Now, I'm not sure why, but
now what I will say is, on the ghoul side of this, I'm willing to bet, and I can't guarantee this obviously, but I'm willing to bet part of the problem is that they are getting a lot of people coming in, and they're like, you would be good here, because they pick where you go based off of your audition.
Yeah.
And they haven't gotten people that they feel would be good in X, Y, or Z role. And that's why some areas feel saturated and some feel under par.
Right. Okay, so let's talk about the park again as a whole, because that's what we were supposed to be doing.
That's part of this.
It is. But what other things? I mean,
part of it for me is, outside of just, like, face characters specifically, I want to see more. You know what, I guess it really does come down to, like, nightlife style things, and I can't put my finger on it, but there's something in there specifically that I really want to see. I'm just not.
Do you think that part of that would be, so you're saying like a nightlife type thing? What about
like a Six Flags After Dark?
I was gonna say similar to a Scream Break. What about a paid after party?
No, I don't want it to be paid. I want it to function in the way that Fright Fest does, where, like, you're there during the day, you can stay. We're not going to kick you out.
Okay.
But I don't want it to be Fright Fest themed. I just want it to be...
Well, and it doesn't have to be Fright Fest themed. It could just be, like, hey, it's party. You're going to get some...
Yeah, I want it to be more... not necessarily adult-orientated, but... adult orientated.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Like,
I'm not quite sure how you would pull that off.
I think it really...
I hope I'm not too loud.
I think it really does kind of come down to that vibe I was talking about, of, like, the neon lights and stuff like that. Like, you make it look like a rave.
Okay.
And, like, the kids will have fun.
So but this is... so
kind of like... Okay.
So you're proposing, like, a new event.
Yeah, kind of. It more of like a new functionality, really. But you know what it is? Like, to specify further, I want the park to be like an episode of SpongeBob. The kid, no, like
Glove World.
No, that is a great reference. Anyway, where the hell did you pull that from? That's not even like an older episode or anything. That's relatively.
Glove World.
I love Glove World.
World was freaking awesome.
I don't understand. Trump talking to the Mexicans. So, what's it called though?
China.
China. My wall is huge. Anyway, but I want it to be like an episode of SpongeBob where kids watch it and they have a great time, but they miss like a lot of the double entendres and stuff. And, some stuff. That's what the park should be, because they say it's a family park. It's not. They have a literal hat that says bullshit without saying bullshit.
Exactly.
Like, that's what the park should be, though. And that's how you like face it. Like on the face, you have the daytime. It's like ha ha ha, and then night comes around, and there's glow sticks and acid.
We could call it Nasty Nights.
Oh my god!
21 and up.
Nasty Nights.
Well, what would you call it?
Oh my god!
I don't think we should call it that. By the way, I don't even think this should be a thing. Honestly,
that's horrific. Hold on, I want to find an image that describes how I feel about what you just said. Hold on. Yeah, I only typed in nasty and Google autofilled this, which is hilarious to me. Oh, hold on.
Six Flags After Dark.
It's the nasty patty.
That's disgusting.
That's when they killed the inspector. Anyway, I kept the SpongeBob theme. Hi, puppy.
Yeah,
I read it. He said that a while ago.
Woo-hoo.
He said whoop whoop. You
whatever.
can't even read it right. What is
I'm laughing too hard. I keep hitting this mic. Oh my gosh.
You're hitting the shock mount. It's not even gonna register.
This podcast is a disaster. Okay?
It's not a disaster. You just keep whatever.
Like, I mean, I think I don't even know if I got across like the types of things that I would change. But
probably
I think,
did.
But I think, like you said, I think, like you said, like for me, it's probably about entertainment.
Yeah.
And the fireworks is a good start. That's entertainment. That's something to do.
Can you think of like a form of entertainment that they haven't done that you want to see? Like just ever. They've never done this type of thing.
Okay, well, I don't know if this has been done or not.
Okay, that's fine.
A comedian.
Yeah. Okay, see, there you go. Yeah.
Comedian. I wouldn't mind
running a theater.
I would love to see an illusionist.
Hi, puppy. They've done that for Fright Fest.
Well, yeah, like a magician, but
Hi, baby. Oh my God.
You know, you could do a small variety show similar to what you do for Fright Fest and Holiday in the Park, but make it, you know, a comedian that maybe he introduces the acts while doing his act.
Yeah.
You know, then you could have somebody that comes in and does like a little magic show. Like,
can I just get a guy that walks on stage, shits himself, and walks off?
That would be horrible.
It'd be hilarious.
But stuff like that, like there are plenty of things. Just watch America's Got Talent. There are plenty of little acts that's like a 5-minute act. It's really cool. It was fun. And then you bring out your comedian and let him poke fun at people. You know, or have a set of comedians like kind of that play off of each other and, you know, I mean, something. But like I wouldn't mind seeing a comedian, you know, a full like magic show with a lot of illusions, things that you wouldn't necessarily see at the Fright Fest show and stuff. You know, not just I'm going to make this person disappear. More than that.
I think I don't know, part of me wants to just assume that they can get certain face characters like Batman without problem.
I would love to see face characters.
Because Batman...
Well, for the opening of Wonder Woman...
ripped. You just have to be relatively in shape.
They can put some padding in there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They have the padded suits.
For the opening of Wonder Woman, do you remember Wonder Woman and Batman? Wasn't that the year that Wonder Woman opened? They had them out, and it was just for what, a weekend?
Yeah, something like that. And that wasn't even for that.
It wasn't?
It was that same year. It was because they had like a special comic thing going on.
Oh, it was the Comic-Con. It was the New Jersey Comic-Con. Yeah,
Do you know
come
how
on,
BS
guys.
that is?
Yeah, like, come on, guys.
Well, they didn't supply them.
Oh, they didn't. Is that why? Because the Comic-Con, New Jersey Comic-Con supplied them?
They had to. That, like, I don't know that for sure, but
That's a possibility. That's possible. I don't know that for sure either.
I'm positive that's what happened. They were good, too. I only saw them briefly, but they were good. In bed together, am I right?
Okay, I just read JJ's comment.
You know coffee makes you shit?
It does act as a laxative at times, yes. And? Are you saying I'm full of it?
No.
Oh.
I was just...
Because I drink coffee all the time.
I was just giving fun facts about coffee.
Okay.
Did you know there's a type of coffee that comes from shit?
Yes, I do know that. I don't remember what it's called, though.
It's civet coffee. Do you know why it's called civet coffee?
I don't
remember. Because it comes from the ass of a civet cat.
Okay.
And so you take that, you feed the cat coffee beans, and then when it shits, you sift it out.
Okay, great.
And then you put that in your coffee maker.
I've heard all of this before. I don't care.
You know what's hilarious, though? The first guy that ever did that was like, oh, shit, my coffee beans. Maybe I can...
Well...
It's so much better this way.
You know what's really terrible? You know what's really...
shit in my coffee.
You know what's really terrible? This episode. This
has not... Oh, my God. You're delusional.
I think it's been terrible.
You are delusional. I have notes for you after this, by the way. You're not done after this episode is done. I have several notes for you.
Are you serious?
I'm dead ass.
I hate you. We also have to work on... Well, we also have to work on... We have some videos to work on. And tomorrow we're going to be out doing a lot of filming.
Tomorrow.
So...
I'll see ya tomorrow.
So, were there any other...
Do you think we're going to get flagged for my amazing voice?
I don't know. Did you have anything else to add to improvements at Six Flags? Or what we feel needs to be done?
For no other reason other than I think it'd be hilarious. Actually, doesn't WB have the Headless Horseman as, like, a character somewhere?
Maybe.
If they do. Well, I wasn't even going Headless Horseman specifically. I just want to see some dude run through the park on a horse once in a while.
I mean, that'd be fun.
As, like, a character.
A parade. They need a parade. Oh, wait. I know something else.
There's not enough room.
They used to have a parade going through there, though. And I forgot about something else that the park needs.
Route be?
I know. Two other things that the park really needs. Some little bit old time, but those old time cars that you drive. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Those they need some of them.
That's a liability.
And they need a train, even if it's a small train to go. They used to have that. They used to have that. And if we're reimagining the park, I'm putting some crap back. Well, you're moving shit around.
No. But I'm saying, like, what would the route be?
Well, I don't remember what.
But the train.
I don't remember what it was before. But I mean, hell, that would be another way to get from one side of the park to the other. It could hold a crap ton of people.
Sure, I guess.
I don't know. I'm just saying those are some things. Those are two things that I forgot that the park doesn't have that I think they need.
I don't disagree. I'm trying to think of how it'd work out.
And I really think, now that I'm thinking about, because I said entertainment, right?
Yes.
So one of the entertainment things I'm thinking about is a parade. I don't care where you put it. I don't care where it goes. I don't care what happens. But I think there should be a parade. You put characters out there on some floats. You used to do it. Give it, because that's a fantastic opportunity for entertainment. It's entertainment.
I looked something up, and now I want to retheme Nitro. I know they just did it, kind of. They repainted it, and it goes with the color scheme they picked.
Okay.
I had to double check this because I wasn't sure if it was true, but WB made a movie recently called Sonic the Hedgehog. And Sonic.
That could be Sonic. That could.
Sonic, Nitro. Those go hand in hand.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that. And Sonic and the Pine Barrens would be hilarious, first of all. But that's besides the point. I want to see more WB catalog strewn throughout. Let me double check that, because we bring this up a lot, and I bring that specifically up. Let me double check that fact. So you vamp?
Yeah, I mean, because I don't know, like, even if WB and Six Flags are like together, they may not have rights for everything.
Yeah, I mean, I doubt they would for Sonic, but the first autofill is Sonic, actually.
Well, I feel like if they do have rights to certain things, that they should use the crap out of them. So, like, if they have more rights than just 2 DC characters, use that for theming, like that pirate theming over there. There's got to be a pirate somewhere in your catalog that you can call it.
If they have all of WB's catalog, they do.
You know, something, because that area with all the pirate themed stuff, that area, I looked on the map just to make sure because I couldn't remember. It's just called Lakefront. What the heck? Guys, like, make it, it's a piratey theme, but we're just calling it Lakefront. I don't know. It just the park needs a real good overhaul. Many of the rides need to be cleaned, power washed. Many of them need to be painted. Okay. It needs a serious facelift, and this was just some of our ideas. I know it was all over the place.
This one line leads me to believe that they have access to all of Warner Brothers' catalog.
Okay, so and if somebody knows that for sure, you can let us know.
Let me just read this. Time Warner was the parent company of Six Flags theme parks from 1991 to 98. When they sold the company to Premier Parks, now Six Flags Entertainment Corporation, to relieve debt, Warner Brothers remains the biggest business partner. So I highly doubt that they don't have access to that entire catalog just off that alone. So now if I go WB catalog, this makes me believe that we could have Scooby-Doo, we could have Shaggy roaming around the park. And otherwise, you know what? Six Flags Entertainment LLC bullshit, who gives a hell? If I'm wrong, correct me publicly, because I'm a masochist and I want to know. But you should be able to have, like, Shaggy walk around the park, for example.
Well, you know what would be amazing about that is...
He's an easy-faced character, too. Continue.
Is, so you have Shaggy and the gang, all of them, right?
You probably can just do Shaggy and Scooby realistically. But
you could.
But continue.
But they're always hunting ghosts, right?
Where is this going?
Houdini's Great Escape.
Oh, they had a thing with Houdini.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
they had a movie.
You can work them into it. They can even be outside of the ride saying, "Are you sure you want?" I can't do Scooby or their voice, but are you sure you want to go in there? Like,
it wouldn't actually. It'd be more like.
But they could be talking to people, going, "Are you sure you want to go in there?" Like, we're scared of that. You know, whatever.
Yeah,
like,
they're kind of they wouldn't. Like, you go ahead of me. I'm gonna sit here.
Right.
That kind of deal. I choked on my line.
I mean, that would be really funny. That would be super entertaining.
Oh, and they have the Flintstones.
Yabba dabba doo.
Apparently they have the Lego movie. Don't put that in the park.
Well, you have Legoland, so you probably wouldn't be able to. There's probably some sort of stoppage on that.
Where? What do you mean? There's not a Legoland that close to Six Flags.
Well, New York.
It's not that close. And it would be like a specific character.
Yeah, but they might. Yeah, but Lego might have something where it's like, okay, nobody can use Lego characters in their park because this is ours.
Maybe.
I mean, there's all kinds of different things in the contracts and stuff.
But definitely they could use Scooby-Doo, the Flintstones, any DC character. Give me Raven, give me Scarecrow. Give me Raven and Beast Boy together. Give me Scarecrow as a separate thing. Tom and Jerry is another one that, like, how do you not just have them sitting around?
That would be amazing.
Any Looney Tunes character. I know you have a couple, but, like, you don't.
Well, Wile E. Coyote walks around.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, that one.
You know, yeah, but
once a day for like 20 minutes.
So where's my Roadrunner, man?
Dude, Roadrunner would be. I'd be excited. Yeah.
Mimi.
I'd be. They have Happy Feet. Oh, and Harry Potter. We're dumbasses, obviously.
So then, how does Universal use them?
They'll like a partnership thing.
What I'm saying is, on those specific properties, it might be a thing where only Universal has the rights to use them.
It'd be like I would assume that would function similarly to, Disney owns.
Maybe Spider-Man, yeah, maybe.
Well, it wouldn't be Spider-Man, but yeah, it'd be like something else. Disney owns the Hulk, but they can't use the Hulk because Universal's too close.
Right. I understand.
Not like, but like Mad Max is another one that I know. Mortal Kombat and I know you can use Mortal Kombat because you were using that theme song on Nitro.
Theme song, yeah.
Don't even play with me on that.
And then they changed it.
Yeah. Making Nitro. All right, take Sonic out of the equation because that's real blurry. Make that Mortal Kombat themed, like straight up. Make that Sub-Zero themed. That would be sick. I would be so down for Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
And I'm not even like a huge Mortal Kombat guy, but that IP carries so much weight. Like, why wouldn't you use it? Tarzan. Okay, I did not expect that.
Yeah, like the original or whatever.
So yeah, maybe you can't use Tarzan, but and if you can't use Harry Potter, well, you can't. No, does Universal have Harry Potter or do they have the Wizarding World? Because those are technically separate entities, kind of.
They might have both, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
So,
anyway, the point is, you have so much you can do. Do something.
Right.
I didn't.
And what? I mean, we're about ready to wrap it up here.
I know we're about ready to wrap it up. Live theory. I just pitched Sub-Zero being the new retheme. Is that what they're doing? Is this like a slow merger into that being Sub-Zero?
Well, it could be.
Because that's the right color scheme. Blue and silver is the right color scheme.
It could be.
Ooh, that'd be a thumbs up. I would be so excited.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people would probably be a little upset that they changed it from Nitro.
Uh-huh.
But like, Sub-Zero is a really fun character.
So.
Oh, that'd be exciting.
Yeah. So, I mean, as we wrap it up here, guys, don't forget to subscribe. I hope that you enjoyed this episode. I know that it was kind of like all over the place because it was just sort of like it was kind of like
it was bouncy,
a little wild discussion. But like, what would you guys change if you could change anything? What do you think needs to be changed? What do you think they need to add? What do the similar things of what we were talking about? Like, what's your opinion? Leave that in the comments for us.
And what was your favorite thing that we suggested?
Yeah, exactly. Did you guys have a specific thing that we suggested that you were like, hey, I never thought about that before. That's actually a great idea. And then expand on it maybe. Yeah. So, definitely. We like the interaction. We love talking to you guys. We'll also, especially if there's a good conversation going on in the chat, in the comments, we'll be sure to discuss that.
We need to sit down and pick a day for this. We really do.
Yeah, it's just hard sometimes to pick a specific day.
Yeah, but we need to.
But we've been actually, when we're doing it, we've kind of been doing it on Fridays. But yeah, we will get it figured out. And again, like if there's a good date and time or day and time of the week for you guys, something better than others, let us know because we'd like to be here with you live. To those of you that did join us live, thank you so much. We appreciate everybody. And this was a fun discussion. Like I said, it felt like it was kind of all over the place, but it was a lot of fun. And hopefully we will be back next week, but we're not going to promise that. I think that's it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys. All right, guys, we're Spencer's Ventures. We're going to see you in the next live podcast at some point. Bye.